Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Coach Chris coming at you. Friday morning, I'm taping this on 11/8 of 2024 at 6:20 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Apologize about the radio silence. I told you on Monday I didn't think I would be trading due to the election, and I'm very glad I didn't. I actually did trade yesterday and the day before a little bit, and I'll show you the results of that. Obviously, the market had a huge reaction to the election, which we anticipated. We didn't know which way it was going to go because we didn't know who was going to be elected. And I'll get into the chart in a second. And yesterday, I made one trade for a whopping $16.25. I had a feeling yesterday the market was going to correct a little bit, but then I remember that there was news in the morning. Unemployment claims came out in the morning, and then in the afternoon was the FOMC, and that kind of put a lot of volatility into the market. And the conditions the last 3 days, and I'll show you this on the chart in a minute, were exactly wrong for this particular system. And I'll show you that in a minute. And remember, this system is not designed to be your primary trading system. This is a supplemental trading system that is designed to add an additional income stream to your trading without interfering with your primary trading system. But it only works under certain conditions. In the last 3 days, when the market is trending in one direction and not oscillating, this is not the system to use. So $16 using this system. I made the one trade and I didn't like what I was seeing after that. And so and look at this. So it was a grand total of $16. Look how long I was in this trade. 3 hours. I didn't even realize that. So let's get rid of that one. And then we're going to go to Wednesday and my big mistake. I thought after the gap up overnight on Tuesday night, we were going to have a retracement. And I was very wrong. This would have been Wednesday, the 6th of November. So in the morning, I traded a little bit and I had really nice. I made 4 trades in the morning, all winners, for a total profit of $173, which I should have stopped trading, obviously, right then. I mean, short trade times, longest trade time was 22 minutes, and then with an average of 170, that would have been a nice day, right? Well, guess what I did? I continued trading into the afternoon, and look what I did. I racked up a $455 loss on that, which ended up resulting in a $281 total loss for the day. Really, really disappointed in myself. But look at this. Longest losing trade time, 5.5 hours. What happened was I got into the trade and the thing just continued to churn up. And obviously then I added a couple of contracts, which was another big mistake, and it ended up really costing me a lot of money. And so that was Wednesday. So then, like I said, when I traded yesterday, I only made the one trade for $16. But let's just take a look at this chart. So this is Monday morning, okay? And the chart was actually pretty decent. I'm just going to delete that. I don't know what happened there. The overnight chart was very mellow, okay? And it was actually oscillating right now. Purple line back, so some really nice trading opportunities here. And then I want to show you something. Okay, so that was pre-market. Right here at 8:30 a.m. Central Time, which is when the market opened up. And so with this system, remember what we want to see is we want to see the price oscillate, either go up and then come back to the blue line or go down and come up to the blue line. which it normally does, like here, like what it's doing here. Up, down, and every time it touches here, we make money. Goes up nice, boom, up, boom. Look at what happens immediately upon the open on Tuesday morning. We got a huge rally to the upside. And you'll notice, look what happens to these bands. They get sucked up with it because of the expansion of volatility. Well, if you use this system, what you're doing is you're just chasing it up, and it's never coming down to get you back. Because remember, here's your cost basis right down here. And if this blue line gets pulled up, even if it comes back to it, you're still underwater, okay? And so it started at 8:30 and continued and actually increased as the day went on till the market closed at 5 o'clock Central Time, okay? So that's Tuesday. Then if overnight, look what they did. On some charts you'll see this as a gap up if it's like an equity or something, because the markets were closed. This is the overnight session, but I mean, look at this. It just kept going and going, and this is where I took that huge loss, that 450, because I assumed at some point it would have to do a minor correction. Here was a minor one, but it never really did what I needed it to do. And so then, this is Wednesday night. Things finally, what will happen is with this, let me just go back here a little bit if I can. You're probably getting dizzy. You can see with this expansion of volatility how it's pulling these channels up. And so what we want to do before we start trading it, the algorithm will eventually work itself out either overnight or as the price normalizes. We want to see these bands as close to horizontal. I mean, a slight increase like this, I'm not going to get too worried about, but we want it to start normalizing and come back down, which it was starting to. And so then we go overnight, Wednesday into yesterday, and now see how this normalized with the algorithm recalculating at the start of the new trading session. You can see how everything normalizes, and we're more back to normal, where we're oscillating. Blue line, purple line, back to blue. Purple, back to blue. Stayed up here, back to blue. So things were getting a little bit more normal until the open again, right here at 8:30. There was some news here. This area was the unemployment claims. But then you can see what it was doing, how it's dragging these up again all through the day. Obviously, the Fed announcement was here, meeting here. This is a 5-minute chart. And so now, overnight, it looks like things are possibly back to normal. We had a little dip this morning in the overnight session, about 4 o'clock Central Time, but it's pretty much absorbed all of that. So, and we can see here some nice oscillation. So I am going to trade today, but I'm going to be very cautious because right now it's almost like a powder keg waiting to blow. So just be really careful. And hopefully next week we can get back to normal. So have a great weekend, everyone. And I will either talk to you tomorrow if I have a time to do a video. Otherwise, I'll talk to you next week. Have a good weekend, everyone. Coach Chris out.